So what I'm looking at is right inside of that crotch there's a squirrel. See him? He's chewing right now. So the species is box elder maple tree. There he is. He, she, I don't know. But what they are doing is significant damage to trees. A lot of trees, different variety, but in this case we're looking at box elder. And whoops, my camera work was terrible. I've seen terrible amount of damage with them as they chew the vascular system and cut off the flow of water. So what they'll do, in this case that branch is not chewed and cut off, but they will chew completely around a branch and cut off that vascular flow. So what I don't know is that little cavity right there, if that was maybe an old dead branch that was sitting right in that crotch and maybe it was pulled out by somebody at one point. But these squirrels can do significant damage. I have several videos capturing this type of stuff they do, and I'm gonna find another spot with damage on it and I'll show you what it looks like. This is the evidence of the damage where you see dieback. I'll call it kind of tip dieback. All right, just right about here. Let's see if I can zoom in. It's not fully chewed around, it's not fully girdled, so there's most of the damage on the top side of that branch. But what I will do is I'll come over here. That's completely chewed all the way around, and that causes localized dead branches. Now, to be fair with this tree, I do not see extensive damage, at least yet, because I haven't climbed. I'm just doing more or less like a sales appointment right now. But I have been in trees where we have had branches well larger than, say, 6 inches diameter that's completely cut all the way around from squirrel and just basically killing whole trees. So I'm hoping that we can do something to mitigate with these squirrels. We're finding that we can give the tree an injection, number one. Typically we're targeting some sort of disease, but the main ingredient in what we use is phosphorus. That phosphorus is not good tasting, obviously, probably to the squirrel. So we've kind of discovered more or less I call it unintended benefit when we were injecting some locust trees for locust canker. The unintended benefit was we noticed the chewing went away from the squirrel. They stopped, they ceased. And I'm going to zoom in on this one that's still active and chewing. Right now, that little bugger just did that localized damage right there. And watch when the squirrel pulls away, we're gonna see the size of that damage. So maybe the size of an adult's thumb, right? At least the top of a thumb, not like. So you can see in just that little bit of time that I was just blabbing my mouth, this bugger keeps doing damage. So they always want more, I want to say. So that squirrel will continue to chew and strip most of that bark. If it strips the whole circumference, it'll cut off the complete flow of that branch. And that leader right there would be approximately a whole third of a tree. And this is a very large, nice shade tree. It'd be completely wasteful of that little critter to just basically ruin a perfectly good tree. And I see this all around town. And I live in Longmont, Colorado. So this is Jamin Parker, Mayor of Parker Tree Service.